after the touchdown. Ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be fielded at the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They go play action. Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner route there.
He'll look to throw. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Bilal Nichols. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. 2nd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
They tried to work the tight end down the middle of the field, but a nice recognition by the defense. Unable to get that one completed.
And they know the scouting report. They like to go to him down near the goal line, and defensively, able to prevent it. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Trubisky will throw. Able to find Shaheen here. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Lock in, lock in. You're not ready. You're not ready.
Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Alert 3. Check. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's hands up.
And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line.
First down, Bears.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky. He's got Burton here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Cohen, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Buying time to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. They'll look to throw now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Steps away to his left. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Back to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Situation. Let's go. Check.
Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first, this one from 38. Sanders' kick is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here.
The ball comes out, and this one will actually go out of bounds, so no recovery, and that is how we conclude this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here. Could strip. The ball's out. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Khalil Mack picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Switch up. Hey, check 24.
He'll drop to throw. Lets it fly for Thielen. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a carry for Pirine. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll run it here with Pirine. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Push him back. Push him back.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. A gain there of 21 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
18.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Again, it's Cohen. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
So it's a 3rd field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
So they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the posts.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Trubisky now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They try again with Cohen. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Play action. Now Trubisky. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. $14 yards into Chicago, 1st down.
1st down, Chicago.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. It's complete. It's Miller. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st. Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
That's all right. That's all right. That's all right.
Here's Pirine. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Xavier Rhodes makes the tackle.
Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring him down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
Eluding, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. And the pressure gets to him again. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Back to throw here. Being chased, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Leonard Floyd able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. A 4th quarter score, meanwhile, from Kansas City. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hold on to victory there, would be their 3rd of the year. Here's Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A huge play there for Chicago. 59 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Now they'll run it with Cohen. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. The Vikings going to signal for the 1st of their timeouts. It's just their 1st. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
6-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cohen. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Now Cohen. He will push his way down to about the 14. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often. But you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time, Dixon. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And Trubisky down to a knee, and that is all she wrote. Good bounce-back win. They take the knee. Can't stop the clock defensively. Tough opening week loss, but now 1-1.
Shows that they handled things really well. A lot of teams panic after a week 1 loss, and they start to think that the sky's falling. This team realizes there's a long season, and they feel very talented, and they get it done in this one.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.